Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Anna. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Railsplitters Gymnasium. I'm Cameron Kurtz, and this is Railer Basketball. Tonight's game features our guests from Morton, Illinois, the Potters from Morton High School, and our own Railsplitters from Lincoln Community High School. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First, for the Potters of Morton, who will be the home team on the scoreboard tonight, under the direction of head coach Jarrett Brown and representing the Mid-Illini Conference. Number 3 is the 6'4" senior, Corey Dullard. Number 10, a 5'10" senior, Jake Morsch. Number 4, 5'10" and a junior, Jared Little. Number 23, 6'3" senior, Brett Swinford. And number 25 is 6'6" senior, Ian Sadoff. Hey, that band, do it to it! And now introducing the starting lineup here, look at Railsplitters, the visitors on the scoreboard tonight, representing the Central State Conference. Number 2 is the 6'2" senior, Matt Cook. Number 3, 6' senior, Joey Oden. Number 4, 5'11" senior, Tyler Horsham. Number 22, 6'6" and a junior, Gavin Block. And number 42, 6'3" and a senior, Edward Colby. And the rest of your Lincoln Railsplitters under the direction of head coach, Mr. Neil Alexander.
The number, we're ready to go.
Yeah, another good crowd for the Railers. Always is on a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. A lot of former players, a lot of former students back in the house, and a nice crowd for the Railers.
Opening tip is going to be tapped, and it's going to be tracked down and corralled and then knocked out of bounds by Joey Olden. So it will stay with Morton. As we said, for the Railers, Olden, Horsham, Cook, Block, and Bowlby. For Morton, Dullard, Morsch, Little, Swinford, and Sadoff will be your starters as we get going here on a Wednesday night. Morton into the front court. On top is Jake Morsch, their 5'10" senior. Morsch had 8 points on Monday night. Swing it over to Bates in the contest. Morsch There is Dullard. He was their leading scorer, 26 points in their 8-point loss to Cahokia.
Yeah, the shooter. He had, 7 threes, I think, too, Jeff. So definitely a guy you got to get out on.
And we talked about this, that ball control, being very patient on offense. They slip it inside to Sadoff, who tries to lay it up, missed it, gets his rebound, puts it up off the glass on the other side, lays it up and in, and Morton on the board first.
Yeah, always a problem for the Railers is rebounding, and already first possession, the Potters get an offensive board and a putback.
Railers' first possession as Cook handles near the timeline. Gets it over on the left side to Block. Block swings it right side to Olden. Now the right wing to Horsham. Cook being watched by Sadoff. Morton playing man-to-man. They trying to reach in and cause the tie-up, but Bowlby hangs on to it for the Railers. Block with the dribble on top to Cook. 6:40 to go. First quarter. Morton the only basket, and that pass is going to be stolen away. Dullard loses control of it a little, gets some contact, throws it up, and it won't go down, and Bowlby is there for the rebound.
Yeah, offense is everything's out on the perimeter, and Morton's starting to read those passes where we've got to get some back cuts or something to relieve some pressure. We're way far away from the basket.
Joey with the back cut. Nice pass from Gavin. Olden lays it up and in. Josh, you were saying?
Well, that's an old play called special we used to run, and it almost all the time worked against man-to-man. Just a little back cut, and Joey puts it in for 2.
Game tied at 2 minutes into the contest for Morton and Lincoln. Bates brings it around to the right side to Dullard. Back on top, Bates between the circles. Horsham out on Dullard. They skip it across. Ball tipped around into the hands of Horsham.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Morton's real worried about penetrating. It looks like they're going to try and beat the 1-2-2 strictly with the pass. And the Railers have got to start reading some passes, and if they're not going to penetrate, we can really get out on them.
High post again to Gavin. They ran this play last time to get it to Joey. This time Ed pops out in the corner for 3. It's up and good.
Yeah, he's really good in the corner, too. Bowlby gets it going. You can guarantee this next play is going to be coming right back for Bowlby, because once one of the Railers hits a 3, coach is really good at finding them again.
Bates will fire a 3. His high arc is no good, and we've got a foul underneath, and it looks like it's going to go against the Railers trying to get the rebound, and I think they're going to get Joey on boxing out a little too aggressively, and that's first foul here in the contest.
And I'm sure Bowlby went flying to the ground, and I don't know if Olden pushed Bowlby or what happened, but Bowlby went flying, and somehow Olden got the foul.
In the corner, there's Dullard. You know that after Finke hit a couple threes early for Centennial, and Coach called a timeout on Monday night, you know that they've got Finke's number on a whiteboard somewhere. Got to know where he's at all the time. 5 minutes to go in the first. Dullard back over to Morsch. Sadoff flashes through the lane, can't get it to him. Right wing, Horsham doing a nice job not letting Dullard have any clean looks. They find it underneath. Bates a little baseline jumper. That's off the back of the rim, no good. Nobody there for the rebound. Dullard puts it up. It spins out, no good. Sadoff the rebound off the glass again. Well, Josh, the Railers have been hurt by Sadoff twice, where they're just pounding the boards and not getting the ball.
Looked like, and then Gavin went down to the floor too on trying underneath on the rebound. So I don't know if there's some shoving going on, and the Railers aren't down and ready to go. But our guys are going flying, and Morton's putting the ball right back in for 2.
4:20 to go here in the first. Max drives into the lane, gets it back out to Bowlby. Swinging around the perimeter. Gavin will fire a 3 from the top of the key. That rolls off front rim. Backboard, no good. Morsch the rebound, and now they will try and take the lead this trip down for the Potters. Little flips it down for Sadoff a little too high. Tried to throw it in off of Gavin. He missed him, and it went right to Joey Olden, and the Railers will set it up.
Yeah, Railers got to get their hands up. A lot of pinpoint passes right now for Morton. When they can pinpoint against the 1-2-2, we're in trouble.
Look to go backdoor, not available. Max on the right side, all by himself. Now to Ed. Horsham fakes one way, now to Max. Max down the lane, and nobody there. So another turnover by the Railers. Coach Alexander stressing a point to one of his squad. 3:38 to go in the first quarter. It is Lincoln on top 5-4. Morsch to Dullard into the front court. Nick Taylor, a 5'11 senior, and Isaac Stevens, a 6'6 junior, in the contest for the first time for Morton. Railers have yet to go to the bench. Inside, Sadoff makes a move down the lane against 3 Railers off the glass. That's not going to go down, and this time the Railers do corral the rebound and get quickly into the front court with Joey Olden.
Yeah, Railers got to get to the basket. Pretty much all 3 so far for the Railers except for the backdoor to Olden, and we've got to find a way to get some easy hoops
here. Comes the lob. Cook to Bowlby. Bowlby with the catch, the reverse. That's no good. And then Bowlby's going to get whistled for the foul, I think, as he and Morse tried to go for it. So Bowlby picks up his second team foul.
Yeah, something Bowlby's been, of course, 2 fouls early in game 1, and we saw a little bit of that last year where Ed would get into some foul trouble, and he's got to be a little smarter. He's mad at himself for missing the layup, and then he goes back and commits a silly foul.
Peyton Ebelair into the contest for the Railers. The 6-foot junior replaces Tyler Horsham. 2 fouls on the Railers, none yet on Morton. 2:45 to go in our first. Lincoln with the 5-4 advantage.
Yeah, we got to pick it up on our defense. When we got going on Monday night, Jeff, the defense got some steals and got some momentum going, and that's where we've got to pick it up here.
Dullard over to Morse. Now Taylor and Morse playing catch out high. Again, we talked about in the pregame, these teams don't play any up and down high scoring affairs, and we've got a foul underneath, and I think they're going to catch one of the Railers. And Coach Alexander, I think, has been talking to the officials down the, they did get it on Morton. So we will definitely take that. Coach Jarrett Brown now wanting an explanation. So, but I think Coach Alexander was up and down the sidelines through that possession.
Yeah.
Running, I think they're holding, cutting through screens.
Well, they've done that before, pushing on the rebounds too, and they finally, the officials finally caught them.
2 minutes to go. Gavin with the move down the lane. Contact. No call, and now we finally get a foul. And boy, I tell you what, Josh, and when we used to have Tom Larry,
he didn't want to call it.
It's almost as though if it goes down, he was going to let it go when Gavin missed it.
Right.
That's when the foul was.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Gavin can do right there. Almost any time when he can get to the lane and get to the rim. A guy tried to come over and block a shot. He went into the body. You draw a foul. One, you get yourself to the free throw line. You draw a foul on the other team, and possibly he could have made that for an and one and get an extra free throw. So good job by Gavin. We need to see more out of that from Gavin and Max Cook.
Gavin, first free throw goes down. Second one, back rim, no good. So the Railers up 6-4. Under 2 minutes to go. Over to Dullard. Their leading scorer on Monday night.
Yeah, Railers doing a good job right now running at Dullard and making him put it on the floor. I think he's a pretty good spot-up shooter, but I'm not sure he can put it on the floor and create.
I don't believe he's even gotten a shot off yet.
No. Remember we said that Monday night, Jeff, and then I think he hit 2 threes in a row.
Well, you can send your cards and letters to me on that one. Minute and a half to go. Block and Stevens really fighting hard down low underneath. Morse, now they lob it to Stevens in the lane. The little turn off the front of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Blocked from behind by Max Cook. Bodies all over the floor.
By Peyton Ebelair too. Got the tip away. Went to the floor, diving like a shortstop on a ball up the middle, and dove and tipped it right to Olden.
So good defense by the Railers. See if they can turn it into some points here as we're under a minute to go in the first with the Railers up 6-4.
Yeah, I've seen everything around the perimeter. Nice back cut by Bowlby. We didn't find them, but we've got to get more back cuts in our offense.
Joey flips it out to Bowlby. Now to Max. Railers again working around the perimeter. There goes Gavin with the drive. His pass, and an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Gavin. I think Gavin was trying to flip the pass on the near side corner here to Joey. The ball hit the basket, and Gavin is called for the charge.
Yeah, one thing Gavin's got to do is when he passes the ball, he can't float. He's got to go straight up in the air and come right back down where he left off. What he did, he floated in the air while passing, and they had a Potter was there right to take the charge. So Gavin's got to learn from those things as far as coming straight down and don't float, because he does a lot of them. He takes a lot of charges. There's going to be guys doing it against him.
38 seconds to go. Everything going on in the past couple minutes. Just a 2-point game. Max with a tip away. Didn't get it. Goes into the hands of Dullard. Dullard spins. Bounce pass through the lane. Over in the corner.
Yeah, Peyton Ebelair really moving out there. He's all over those guys.
Marsh floats it up. Left it way short. Ball on the ground. And there's Conrady. There's somebody that takes up some space.
Yeah, he put some mass on over the summer, boy.
So we're down to 10 seconds. Got to believe Railers hold for one. They did a pretty good job hitting shots at the buzzer at the end of the first and second quarter the other night. So Max will pull up for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Ball tipped around. Dullard fires it up from half court on the way. Will fall short. At the end of one, we expected a low-scoring game. So far, so good. At the end of one, it's Lincoln 6, Morton 4. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back in time to start the second quarter here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers the basketball, and a 6-4 advantage as we get started here in our second 8 minutes. Peyton Ebelair from the corner fires up a three, left that one short. Rebound down to Morton. Dullard's picked up his dribble on a bad spot for him in the backcourt. Morse now does break the timeline. Morse over to Dullard.
Yeah, Morton did a pretty good job of handling the ball, Jeff. I thought our intensity on our defense has been pretty good. Our guys have been all over them, pressuring the basketball, but Morton has done a good job of passing around the perimeter.
Bates over to Morse. His three from the right side is no good. Adam Conrad.
See Conrad go after like that. Gavin had a good job on the box out, and Conrad came in and took the rebound, and nice to see Adam get up and rebound.
Conrad back on top now to Olden.
Now let's put him right on the block and see if we can get an easy score.
Max floats it down to Gavin. Gavin with a nice catch. Goes up off the glass. It'll go down. Nice body control by Gavin. He did a nice job of staying patient, gathering himself, and then going up, getting the basket. He's going to the line.
Yeah, pick and roll really by Cook and Block, and it really wasn't open as far as a bounce pass going, but Cook had to lob it up to Gavin, and with the long arms and the size advantage, he was able to get the ball kind of underneath the hoop a little bit, gathered himself, as you said, Jeff, and got up and got the layup to go, and now goes the free throw line.
Free throw on the way. It's up and rattled off. So the other night, after going 11 of 12, tonight just 1 of 3 from the line.
Yeah, and Will Cook in, the guy that got us the spark going in the second quarter early in the first on Monday night, is back in to hopefully give us another one.
6:35 to go. Right through the hands of Bates.
Will right up on him, pressuring him, and making the offensive guy do something with the ball, and he rifled it right past the other Morton guy. So you can kind of credit that turnover to Will Cook and bringing some fresh legs off the bench.
Max Cook, high post to Gavin. Gavin picks up his dribble, now hands to Ebelair. Working it around the perimeter to the right side. There's Will Cook. Will handoff to Block. Again, Morton, real tough man-to-man. Somewhat over-aggressive. You wonder, like you said, there's a hand check's going to be whistled on Morse.
Well, as bad as the college game has gotten as far as calling fouls, it's hard to watch anymore. And high school hasn't quite picked all that up yet, but that was a little bit of one right there where there wasn't a whole lot of contact on Morton, on the defender from Morton. Obviously, we'll take it, but we don't want to get into that college refereeing game here.
Cook down the lane, and we've got a foul. That one's going to be whistled, I believe, is going to go against Nate Bates.
Morton foul on number 4, Jared Little. His first, team fifth, out of bounds to the Railers.
5:54 to go.
Yeah, back cut again by Cook. I thought we might have been able to get him the ball.
Peyton drives toward the baseline. They swing at the perimeter. Max fakes the three behind the back dribble. Down the lane. Little finger roll. Are they going to count it? They are not going to count it. They're going to call it charge.
It looked like he kind of sidestepped him, I thought. Anytime anymore that you kind of sidestep that defender, more than likely the offensive guy gets that call, but not tonight. And it's definitely the college charge has not come over to the high school, because that would not have been a charge in the new rules as far as college basketball goes.
5.5 to go. Max picking up his fourth on the team. Dullard is going to drive in, thought about taking it, tried to dump it down to his teammate Swinford, and Swinford just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, nice idea. He just couldn't get it. He's got to help out.
Will Cook wide open. It gets his own rebound, and he's going to go to the line. And I'll tell you what,
just a little jitterbug. He's everywhere. Yeah.
So sit 2 rows in front of us. That's exactly a play that Will Podbelsic could come up with. And how many times we always hear this, the shooter's the first one that knows what's going to happen with it.
Rarely anymore does a shooter follow his shot, though. And did exactly that, and we try to get our guys to do it all the time, and it never seems to happen, but it worked out for Will. He got to followed the shot and got in there and misses the first free throw, as the Railers not good so far from the free throw line, Jeff, but again, a good play by Will and another spark play that he brings off the bench.
Second one will go down for Will, his first points of the night, 9-4. And if you're Coach Jared Brown for Morton, Josh, you got to find a way to get your leading score from the other night. You got to get some points.
Yeah.
It's just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Reset, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Lincoln on top, 9-4, and offensively, not a lot of things going really well for the Railers. They're being patient. Morton's forcing that. Defensively, though, they've done a nice job.
Yeah, the offense is just, again, Jeff, all around the perimeter. You know, everything is behind the three-point line, and the more you keep doing that, the more Morton just keeps pushing out a little farther, and you become 19 feet to 20 feet to 24 to it keeps going and going and going until we get some more back cuts, until we start scoring some layups. Will we be able to relieve some of that pressure from Morton? But so far, defensively, the job that has been done on Dullard has been a good job by the Railers.
So after the timeout and Coach Brown, we saw the Illini coach John Gross do a nice job last night of when he called timeouts. Illinois was usually able to score and not turn it over just like Morton did as the Railers picked the pocket of the Potters. Swing it around. Now Olden. Back over to Max Cook. Well, you see Tyler camping down in that corner down there. I don't know if they know he's over there. They hand over to Joey. Olden back to block. Cook between the legs, hands over to Olden.
24 feet away and not a lot of movement going. And
now Gavin's going to drive. Kicks it over to Bobby. Now to Max. Cook tries to get it to an open Horsham. Tyler with the catch, now kicks it back out, swing it around with Gavin. Gavin's going to go down the lane, off the glass, no goal on the contact. Rebound comes down to Morsh.
Yeah, he's got to make that layup. That's a layup at the rim. He did a good job of getting to the basket. He's just got to convert the layup.
Halfway through our second quarter already, it is Lincoln 9, Morton 4, and a foul is going to be whistled. Hand check going against the Railers, and I think that one's going to go against Joey. That'll be his second, fifth on the team.
Number 3, Joey Olden, is second.
Joey will check out. Will Cook back in for the Railers.
The Railers can keep him here. Another defensive stop. We've had our struggles on the offensive end also, so it hasn't been just Morton. It's just one of those games like last year, 31-29.
Well, and you think about it, Josh, their two baskets have been Sadoff crashing the boards and getting a lay-in, and I think we're going to get Will with a hand check out at the top of the key. So really, maybe as stagnant as Lincoln's offense has looked at some points, Morton's is even worse.
Yeah. Both teams now with 6 fouls, so next team's going to be shooting a bonus, so that could be a key. Who can force the issue and draw some more fouls and get to the free throw line, as scoring right now is at a premium.
Taylor looking to inbound, gets it to Dullard. Dullard drives through, goes over Bobby, that's no good, and Max with a nice job boxing out, gets the rebound into the front court quickly. Horsham back out to block, they pull it back out. Gavin at the top of the key, looking for a teammate, finds Will Cook. Swing it around the perimeter. Max hands off to Gavin. Thought about firing the three. Spacing an issue for the Railers in a couple of these sets.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Railers get run one of those patented plays where we can get a backdoor, another Bobby lob, or a basket underneath.
Horsham comes around for a three. It's going to be no good, and I think they're going to get Gavin for moving screen. He tried to set a screen to free up Horsham coming around for the three. Gavin's going to pick up his second.
Two on Gavin. So Conradi will check in for him on a silly foul by Gavin. So
22, Gavin blocked.
So Gavin with his second. 3:08 left in our first half. Scoreboard reads Lincoln 9, Morton 4.
In the second quarter, not the first. Not the first.
Well, last year the halftime score we were up 16-10.
I don't know if we're going to get there.
Will with some nice defense in the backcourt. They flip it over to Little. Try to get it underneath. Bobby tipped it away, goes right over. Sadoff tried to flip it to a teammate. He flipped it right by his teammate. Another turnover by the Potters.
Well, thank goodness for Morton not exactly wanting to score either, or this could be, we could be down 10 right now.
Well, Josh, you've played in this system. You know there's a number of set plays that the Railers have. And like you said, you want to try and find one to get an easy basket.
We got to go to that play. You almost think you got a go-to play where you can get a basket in a big game when you need one.
Will 3, back rim no. Rebound to Dullard for Morton. Working against Will, there's Max. Morsch over to Dullard.
Get out on him.
Little. We were calling him Bates earlier. Apparently Little and Bates had changed jerseys before the contest tonight, so little flip up off the glass is no good from Swinford. And we've got a whistle on the baseline. It's going to be out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Railers. Peyton Ebler will check in. Tyler Horsham out. So for the Railers on the court with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Edward Bowlby, Max Cook, Will Cook, Adam Conradi, and the just checked in Peyton Ebler.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a basket here, Railers. We're probably on a 4-minute drought, something like that, where the Railers haven't scored. Several times we haven't even gotten a shot, so got to get a good possession here. If you get 5 points here in the next minute 30, you could kind of put this thing away.
Ebler with the drive, contact, and an offensive foul. Offensive foul being whistled on Peyton Ebler, and it certainly looked again, Josh, like you talked about the previous charge the Railers were called. It looked like Peyton got to the side of him.
Yeah, that was not a charge. That was clearly hit him on the side in the shoulder area. Usually when the charge comes, you're going to hit the guy square in the chest, and that was far from the chest area. And I thought a good drive by Ebler, another foul by the Railers, but thank goodness it's not a shooting foul in the bonus.
Minute 15 to go in the first half. Little down the lane, contact, floats it up high, left it up short, but there for the rebound and the put up is Stevens. Well, if it weren't for rebounds, the Railers would be pitching a shutout right now. 9-6, the Railer lead down to 3. Max thought about it from the free throw line. 50 seconds to go. Max takes it up, contact, and Max is going to go to the line, and he will be shooting 2. And you almost got the impression that Max was going to force the issue on that possession.
We've got to get somebody to do something. And then as far as going to the hoop and being aggressive and going to the hall, we're in the bonus now, and we can extend that lead. They're playing pressure defense, and they're using their hands. Max hits the first free throw, but we've got to be more aggressive in going to the hoop. If they're going to call this game tightly, you got to take advantage of that on the offensive end.
Max with the first one puts the Railers in double figures. Second one, in and out, no good. So the Railers struggles from the line continue. 3 of 7 so far tonight. 40 seconds to go, and we've got a timeout called by Jared Brown just before one of his players traveled as he went to the ground. They're taking time. We will as well. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lincoln up 10-6. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Railer basketball on WLCN Atlanta, WLCNonline.com, where you can listen to the audio streaming live. You can also check in after the games are uploaded, and you can see the replays of this, mastered by our videographer Scott Kirby, doing a nice job here tonight. Scott will be with us all season, catching all the pictures of the Railers. And boy, Josh, I'm not sure if this is this one going to the basketball Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to hit the play button when you go to WLCNonline.com for this one. When you've got 8 fouls and 10 points, you generally would not think you're ahead in a game. But yes, the Railers are ahead by 4 and have only 10 points.
27 seconds to go. Does Morton hold for 1? And an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Morsch, as there was a double team between the Cook brothers against Morsch, and the official signaling that Morsch kind of threw a little bit of an elbow to clear some space. So the foul on Morsch will be his second. So the Railers, Josh, might have a break there.
Yeah, there's a chance to get this open from a 4 to a 6 or a 4 to 7 point lead. So be a big possession here for the Railers, and maybe a little momentum also.
8 seconds to go. Ebelair tries to get it down to Max. Got to try and find some time. Bowlby fires off a three. That's long, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Still being tipped around. And that's how our first half is going to end. At the end of the first half, it is Lincoln 10, Morton 6. We'll be back with our halftime in just a few moments. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.